Wow, I don't know, you can't see it too well, but the color on these trees is very awesome. You see it maybe better over here. Super orange and red and very bright. Nice. Look at that. That is awesome. Morning. So 2 hours after waking up, I'm finally ready to go. Yeah, I had a nice conversation with the lady who slept here last night. She had 2 dogs with her. Oh, so that's pretty fun. And here you might get a better view of the shelter. I don't think I had any spider problems, though I do have a bump. Not on my rump, just above. A bump above the rump. A little itchy. Who knows where that came from. So yeah, it's supposed to rain today. Very cloudy. Supposed to rain for a couple of days. So we'll see what happens. There's I don't know. There's a shelter 20 miles in, 21. Maybe I can get past it. But the shelter's like way weird off trail. So I was going to try to skip that one. But yeah, so you probably won't see much of me today because it's going to be raining. But I'm going to get some miles in before the rain comes. It's supposed to start pretty soon. Hey, this is Black Rock Summit. You can climb up there and get a nice view when it's not a cloudy day. But I was actually here with Mark because from the parking lot it's literally about half a mile to get up here. Or you can go from Rockfish Gap. See, you can get a nice view, but not today. And when you climb up there, you get pretty much a 360. Some nice rock scrambling. It's fun. But yeah, from the parking lot, it's like a mile round trip. So very popular amongst day hikers. It's also fairly flat. Ooh, what's down there? That's the Black Rock Spur Trail. Trayfoot Mountain Trail. That's neat. There's a lot of trails in the Shenandoahs, so that's pretty fun. You can spend a lot of time monkeying around here. Whoa, neat. There's the Black Rock parking lot. And this is where I was 2 days ago. Or 3 days ago, I guess. So that's just fun. And pretty soon I'm going to cross the road. I was on this exact part of the path not too long ago. So it goes from here to the Jones Runs Trail, to the trailhead for that. And then from that point on, it'll be new again. That's fun. It's fun being where you were. That is very fun. Even if it was very recently. It brings back all the memories. There's the parking lot. There's the trail. Here it is. Jones Run Trail and Jones Run Falls. And the Doyles River Trail and the Doyles River Falls. We went all the way. We almost made it to the Doyles River Falls. We should have probably went, just didn't realize how close we were. We were probably like 0.2 or 3 miles away where we camped from those Doyles Falls. Whoops. Oh well. Another time. But yeah, I did hear complaints about the Shenandoah. You're crisscrossing Skyline Drive like now 5 times a day or whatever. Like yesterday, I think I crisscrossed it 6 times. And like a lot of the time, you're going to be like directly just on a trail next to it. And it feels like, you know, you should just have a sidewalk on the road. But yeah, I have heard those complaints before. But that's part of the, I guess that's part of the Shenandoah. I also heard that I don't know how long ago, but the road, Skyline Drive, that goes through the Shenandoah National Park, that used to be the AT Trail, was that road. But then they made that road happen, and they rerouted the trail, and now we have what we have. But that's kind of, if that's true, that's what Charlie told me. He's an old Navy vet I think I told you guys about him at the what the place? Stanimals. So hostel. So it's a fairly trustworthy source. He said it with not complete confidence because it was something he had heard. I don't think his source was good enough for him. But there might be truth in it. But yeah, that's just interesting. If the road's right there. You can see the green lip. That's the road. So I'm just walking next to the road. But yeah, sometimes it'll feel like there should just be a sidewalk. I hope it actually, there's a lot of bikers on Skyline Drive, and I hope that they at some point make some bike paths, because it's a little dangerous when those bikers are there. Oh man, talk about scary. There's 2 of these giant things. Ah! I'm very scared. Oh, they're like the size of my finger here, from the knuckle to the tip. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like that. This is a beautiful crossing. Awesome. Whee. Alright, let's see. How do we do this? A little bit dangerous. Alright, and now I met someone who lost their bong. Let me just make sure. I think it's like directly in the trail. But someone lost their bong. I don't see it. But I met them at the camp store, which was incredibly nice. My goodness, the Loft Mountain Camp store was phenomenal. They have laundry and showers. You gotta pay for it, but it's like not expensive. It's like $1.75 for a 5-minute shower. That's really nice. That's why I met some guys there. One of them was like, crap, I lost my bong. It fell off of his pack or something. So I said, hey, I'm going that way. He's a southbounder. So I was like, oh, if I find it, I'll do something with it. So if I find it, I'll give it to a southbounder, and then he'll be in Waynesboro for a couple days. So if I find any southbounders going to Waynesboro, which all of them should be, we'll be able to get it to them. So it was wrapped in a buff. So I met someone coming southbound, and he told me he saw it right after the creek / right before the creek. So I should stumble across it soon. All right, look what I found. This is a buff. Yeah. Whoa. Guess I didn't know what to expect. It's inside. You ready? Oh, it's a cool one. I don't know. I've never seen a bong. So that's the bong. Whoa. Nifty, nifty. Oh yeah, there we go. Looks like that. Ta-da. Cool. So this can go back to its rightful owner. Well, it smells very strong. Hey y'all. This is not quite a hawk talk, because hawk talk's more life philosophy. This is more hawk talk adjacent, kind of. I don't know what you would call it yet, but this is hawk talk adjacent, and it might ruffle some feathers. So please, if you can't handle feather ruffling, then maybe not watch this. Otherwise, please listen with curiosity and non-judgment and understanding. And feel free to leave non-hurtful comments if you wish. So let's see. I was thinking about the police. So I'll just set it up like that. But yeah, no, it's just because I was thinking I have a bong. I have a bong now. I didn't even think about it, but I think, I don't know, there might be some legality issues involved if like someone were to, like a ranger were to frisk me for whatever reason, and like, I don't know, maybe just a bong that smells really bad is fine. I don't know, maybe there's weed inside. I don't know, I didn't look at it. I'm just trying to help someone out who's not hurting anyone through his activity. So, I don't believe in laws for law's sake. I believe in thinking about what is the purpose of a law and then following in pursuit of that purpose. So I don't really know what the purpose is of the marijuana law. I mean, I heard some original ideas about helping farmers in after World War II, shutting down, I guess, hemp or marijuana farms. I don't know what the accuracy is on that. That's one thing. Yeah, I don't really know though. So I've seen the use of marijuana very frequently in many places all over the world, and I've never seen it cause any problems. So, I mean, I'm under the belief that we should have legal marijuana and like have regulation like we do with cigarettes and alcohol, and any other drugs that are legal. So anyway, that's a separate thing, and who cares what I think about that. That's neither here nor there. Just kind of the reason why I started thinking about this is I thought about a ranger stopping me and pulling me over, and then if he gave me a ticket or whatever, trying to have a conversation with him that might change his frame of reference for future activity. And so I'm trying to remember exactly how it went, because it was a nice sequence of thought, but I don't quite remember how it started. If I get the starting point, maybe I could get the steps afterwards. But it was trying to change frame of mind. So I mean, your law enforcement. That's one thing. I don't like the term law enforcement. I like more public servant whose service is in law enforcement. But you're first and foremost a public servant, you know, when you're in these positions. And law enforcement is not just about, hey, someone's breaking a law, let me enforce a law. The laws are there to prevent disruption. And I'm going to define disruption as, how did I define it? I defined it as something. It was like, oh man, these hills are making it very difficult. I'm going to give you this angle because it's easier to hold the phone. Sorry if it's not a good angle or not. But disruption is, I guess, basically when someone is just bothered, or there's trouble or problems caused for other people through your group's activity, something like this. And then if that disruption is the source of the disruption is an illegal activity, unlawful activity, then let's have law enforcement. All right, let's enforce that law. But if there's a law being broken and there is no actual disruption, there is no trouble, no problem being caused, then what's the point of enforcing it? Enforcing a law that, let's just say, penalizing someone for something they're doing that has no negative impact on anyone or anything, then that's just going to cause trouble in its own right. It's a very unjust, penalty. And the example I thought for marijuana is very easy, is if you grow your own marijuana and you smoke that, and it's all in your own home, and no one else has to smell it, and no one else is impacted through the activity. You're not supporting black market. You're not, the money's not going to Mexican cartels or anything. Well, and why is this person either going to be sent to jail or prison or fined $1,000 or whatever it is, for causing zero problems in society? So law enforcement is more like, I don't know, what's a good description? Like societal disruption enforcement through a legal system. And if there's no societal disruption, then there's nothing to be enforced, So this is kind of the avenue I was going into. And I think there's a lot of unjust penalties in the U.S. Like even just speeding tickets, where the person is driving with attention, probably more safely than people driving slower, who are not paying attention. If a person driving fast and paying attention is probably safer than someone driving slower and not paying attention. So I think that's an unjust situation as well. But obviously we need to have some form of, I guess, I don't know, limit on that. I'm not really sure actually. So anyway, that's just another small example, and that one I think is easier to disagree with, and I'm okay with that. I think I've said my piece. I think I said it clearly, and it came out the way that I intended. So thank you for listening, and I hope your feathers aren't too ruffled.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Or there's one, I went up some stone steps, I got a really good picture of that. Those stone steps tripped me out.